Rob Cross, congratulations, safely through to the last 32. Happy with that?
Probably not happy with the performance, but look, I think we go up there on one set up and I've give it the beans, and I think that's where I want to be, you know. And I probably give it a little bit too much, you know. Maybe I felt a little bit flat over that. Not to make any excuses, I could do with sleeping a bit better through the night, but I think it's all this stuff, you know. It just gets your mind wired and you're wired on the job, you know. I've been away now for another 8 days, even though I finished here. I've been practicing hard, I've been playing very well, and I'm really happy with the game, you know. But to get up there and do that, you know, I feel like at the minute I'm playing my opponent, so if I could stop doing that, and then even if I do that and they play better, I've still got a chance. So I shouldn't really be moaning.
No, well, you through. That's the main thing. Is there an element of pressure on you at the minute, given your ranking, or do you not? Are you not?
I've never worried it. I know it's going to make me sound sour now, isn't it? But I've never worried about rankings. You know, I've been number 2 in the world, number 3 in the world. I think I've nearly had every number, and I've been lucky to have them numbers. I spent a majority of time in the top 10. I know I'm out of there. That's okay. The way I'm more looking for ranking, you know, we can look at it now and think to myself, I look out on my backside really, and I think that's a true sort of it's a true place of where it is. But at the same time, I've got nothing to defend for the next 2 years, so I can go back to work and I can play more tournaments, and if I'm producing, I'm sure my ranking's going to come up, you know, just by playing. So I've missed a fair bit. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the family time. But look, if I have to go back to the grind, don't win it this week or next week or whenever, back to the grind, and I'm happy to put that work in, and we'll go again, and I'll get that ranking in a good place to get back in Premier League, other stuff, and make myself noticed, you know. It's not always look, when you've missed stuff and you've done stuff and you've had a bad patch, it won't always be there. You're going to feel better. Yeah.
What do you put the bad patch, as you called it, what do you put that down to?
I think it's me, you know. Look, it's 100% me, because I always like to take responsibility. I think I've been very lazy this year. I'm probably guilty to want to spend a bit more time with the family. I had a great 4 months. I think I played 5 days in 4 months, you know, which is unbelievable for this tour. You might correct me in the next one, but at the same time, I've wanted to do stuff, you know. All my kids now, I've got 4 kids, so I've got 14, 11, 8 and 5, and you miss them sort of young years, you know, them 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. Before you know it, my little girls now, they're 8 and 11, you know. They're telling me what they want in life, not what I tell them what they can have. So, look, it's a great situation, and I'm very blessed to have the family what I've got, and that they're all okay. But at the same time, sometimes been guilty over the years of not spending enough time there, you know. You miss a lot. And I sort of looked at it this year, I thought, it's a good chance. I knew I had a lot to defend. I like putting pressure on myself. But at the same time, look, enjoy it. And if I go out and enjoy darts and I play how I can, I believe I'll be back in that top 10 before we know it anyway.
There's a lot made about mental health and the demands on players these days. And I know you've said, we've spoke to you a few times this year, you said, look, I'm going to have some time away. Is that part of managing the whole pressure that comes with being a dart player as well?
Well, I think on that front, you know, mental health, no one went out there and asked for it, you know, and I'm a big sufferer. I'm not very big much. I would say, that I'm not much of a talker about it, okay. and we do, what the average man does, and they go, I'm going to be all right. We're going to do this, and anyone out there what's having them problems, they should talk, because we need to talk. I still can't talk in the interviews about it, I would say that. But look, life's good. Like I said, I have a healthy family, I have healthy everything, and I think sometimes as a player, if I would have had a healthier head, I would have been able to do different stuff, you know. I look at dart players and I think, how do they infuse themselves with it all year round? It's amazing to me, because I just can't do that. I'm just not that person to love darts all year round. Even when I started, I didn't love it all year round. You know, I like to do other stuff. I'm probably a little bit on the wild side with certain stuff, but you know, you got to have that life balance, and that's key, and you need to find that. But like I said, in regards to mental health, I'm very lucky to have what I've got.
Do you think as a game it's now time for the game maybe to act and maybe check in with you guys a little bit more than maybe that happens at the minute?
Yeah, look, we all know, yeah, and this is what I'm guilty for. Look, people could check in with me, and if I want to just sort of polish it over, then I can. I had a conversation, PDPA actually, Alan Warrener, and no one knows this, but I had a conversation after Minehead. Obviously, I've had 3 weeks to get ready for here. I'm still in. I'm glad, but I had a really good conversation with him. He's a great help, and if any other dart player needs that conversation or anything, and he phoned me out of the blue, so fair play to him. Look, I tip my hat to him, and you know, most people like that. I think the wife, yeah, she knows I'm going for it, but she won't sort of ask because she knows I won't talk. So,
right.
But the PDPA, yeah, is absolute brilliant with Alan. You know, he went out of his way, he phoned me up, he give it to me softly and all sort of to a right conversation. He didn't sort of impose on it. He said, if you want to talk or you need this help or that help, you know, there's a lot of help there for people. There really is, and I didn't know that it was there. You know, and I think it's important to exploit them when you need it, you know.
Yep.
As much as we can think we're well beaters and doing things great in life, you know. At the next step, we could be on the other end of it, and we never know, do we?
No. Well, you started this year with a couple of wins. Are you going to end the year or start the next year with another win?
I'm going to keep pulling these socks up, and they're going to look like stockings and suspenders. But like I said, you know, it's a weird situation today, really, because I've been playing a lot better. I've been really happy with my game. I've been doing some great things. Actually, I think it's probably the best year I threw in 12 months. But at the same time, to go out there and do that, you know, and I get a little bit distracted when my mind wants to go for a walk. That happens every time. But, you know, I need to hold a little bit more tougher, and I will do. I think the more I'm pushed, the more I'm up against it, it's going to be that now or never. And I've always been fairly good at that situation.
Good stuff. Damon or Stefan next, they play tonight. I mean, that'll be a good matchup, whatever.
I think it's going to be a great match, and I'm really going to say, I'm going to take every other dart player saying that I'm not bothered. You know, I think look, Damon, he can play darts from the gods. If I'm on it, I still believe I win, and I have to do a job. But look, it's going to be very tough. But going over the longer format might stop me sweating.
Just one last quick one. We've seen today Mensah's played Joe, and I don't know if you saw any of it in the practice room. Mensah's slowed things down, shall we say. What's your view on that, all that side of it?
Slowing stuff down. I think Mensah's been relatively slow for years, and he went for a little patch actually where he looked like he speeded up, but when he needs a minute, he would always take that time, and it was on. I never really infused myself with the game today. But look, that's part and parcel, of being a professional, whether you're getting booed, whether you're getting whistled, whether your opponent wants to play silly buggers with you instead of, you know, I know I shouldn't say that, but Mental might not have been doing that, you know, he's always been relatively slow. But what I'm trying to say is, part and parcel, when you need to win and you want to win, you've got to find a way. And that's the secret of the game. Look, I've come off many times and not been happy. Have I said anything? I thought myself, no, I'm just going to correct it next time. So I can't speak out loud. But Joe don't normally create with nothing there, you know. So he must have felt that it was wrong. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Right, you have a great Christmas with your family.
I will do.
We'll see you after Christmas, mate. All the best.
The boy's getting bigger anyway. So he's huge now. So when he chins me, I'm sending him round yours. Thank you, sir.
All right, mate. Top.